Good Friday morning, and welcome back to Easy Does It. I'm Alex, broadcasting from my home office here in LA, and Jordan's with me from his workshop. We deliver simple solutions for complex problems, and today we're keeping our promise from yesterday's show about knife sharpening.
Hey everyone, yesterday we teased that we'd teach you the foolproof method for sharpening kitchen knives safely at home. And with the weekend here and fall entertaining season in full swing, there's no better time to tackle this. Dull knives make cooking frustrating and actually more dangerous than sharp ones.
This is such a game changer for anyone who loves to cook. I learned this the hard way when I was staging a house and trying to prep a quick meal for potential buyers. Struggling with dull knives turned what should have been a simple task into a stressful ordeal. Sharp knives make everything from chopping vegetables to carving roasts so much easier and safer.
Absolutely. The biggest misconception is that knife sharpening is complicated or requires expensive equipment. The truth is, you can get restaurant quality results at home with just a few basic tools and the right technique. Most people avoid sharpening because they're afraid of ruining their knives, but we'll show you a foolproof method.
Let's talk about what you'll need. For the method we're teaching today, you need a whetstone, specifically a dual grit stone with 1,000 grit on one side and 3,000 grit on the other. You can find these at kitchen stores or online for about $20 to $30. You'll also need a towel, a bowl of water, and something to test sharpness, like a piece of paper.
Before we start, let's talk safety. Always cut away from your body, keep your fingers well clear of the blade, and work on a stable surface. The whetstone method is the safest because you're moving the knife in controlled motions against a stationary stone, not trying to hold both the knife and a handheld sharpener.
First step is preparing your whetstone. Soak it in water for about 10 to 15 minutes until it stops bubbling. This lubricates the stone and prevents metal particles from clogging the surface. While it's soaking, place a damp towel under your cutting board or work surface to prevent slipping.
Here's the key to the whole process: finding the right angle. Most kitchen knives need a 20-degree angle per side, which sounds technical, but is an easy way to find it. Hold the knife perpendicular to the stone, that's 90 degrees. Cut that in half to 45 degrees. Then cut that in half again. That gets you close to 20 degrees, meaning you are...
The motion is crucial. Start with the coarser 1,000 grit side of the stone. Place the knife at your 20-degree angle and draw it across the stone in a smooth, consistent motion from heel to tip. Apply gentle, even pressure. You're not trying to force it. Count your strokes so you do the same number on each side.
Start with about 10 strokes on one side, then flip and do 10 strokes on the other side. Keep the angle consistent throughout each stroke. A common mistake is starting at 20 degrees but ending at 30 degrees because your wrist drops. Focus on maintaining that angle from start to finish.
After your initial 10 strokes per side on the coarse stone, test the sharpness carefully. A sharp knife should easily slice through a piece of paper without tearing it. If it's still struggling, do another 5 strokes per side and test again. Don't rush this process. Consistency beats speed every time.
Once your knife passes the paper test, flip your stone to the 3,000 grit side for polishing. This fine grit removes any roughness from the coarse side and gives you that razor-sharp finish. Do about 5 strokes per side on the fine grit, maintaining the same angle and pressure.
Here's something most people don't know. Different knives need slightly different approaches. Your chef's knife, paring knife, and serrated bread knife all have different requirements. For today, we're focusing on straight-edge knives like chef's knives and paring knives. Serrated knives need a different technique entirely.
The maintenance aspect is huge. Once you've properly sharpened your knives, a few light strokes on the fine grit every few weeks will maintain that edge. You shouldn't need to go back to the coarse grit unless the knife gets really dull again or gets damaged.
Testing your work is important. Besides the paper test, try slicing a tomato. A sharp knife should go through the skin without squishing the flesh, or try dicing an onion. Sharp knives make clean cuts that don't release as many tear-inducing enzymes, so your eyes won't water as much.
Storage matters too. After all this work, don't toss your newly sharpened knives into a drawer where they'll bang against other utensils. Use a knife block, magnetic strip, or blade guards. Even one encounter with a metal spoon in a drawer can dull your edge.
The timing for this is perfect as we head into holiday cooking season. Sharp knives make prep work faster and more enjoyable. Whether you're planning Thanksgiving dinner or just weekend meal prep, you'll notice the difference immediately in how effortlessly you can slice, dice, and chop.
One final safety note: freshly sharpened knives are significantly sharper than what most people are used to. Take a moment to get familiar with how easily they cut now. Use a lighter touch and pay extra attention to your finger placement until you adjust to the improved performance.
So to recap, soak your whetstone, find your 20-degree angle, use smooth, consistent strokes from heel to tip, start with coarse grit and finish with fine grit, and always test your work. 10 minutes of sharpening can transform your cooking experience for months.
The best part is once you master this technique, you'll never have to struggle with dull knives again. Your holiday meal prep will be faster, safer, and way more enjoyable. Plus, properly maintained knives last decades instead of needing replacement every few years.
Next week on Easy Does It, we're starting Monday with something perfect for fall cleaning. We'll show you the professional method for deep cleaning baseboards and trim without damaging paint or spending hours on your hands and knees.
That's going to save so many people's backs and get those baseboards looking like new again. Until then, enjoy your weekend cooking with those newly sharpened knives. And thanks for spending your Friday morning with Easy Does It.
Have an amazing weekend, everyone, and we'll see you Monday with another simple solution that makes life easier.